Hi folks, Fuzz here, bringing you more Dragon Quest XI today. So we've gone ahead and recruited our final party member in the form of Hendrick at the end of the last episode, and we've also explored some of his strengths and how it is we're going to be using him in the party going forward. So more about Hendrick a little bit later on, but for now we're going to be making our way to our next destination. So coming out of the last bastion, you can see the Mangle Grove is just literally to the northwestern area of the exit of that last place. So that's where we're going to head to next. And there will be some exploring to do, but more importantly, there will be some story to do as well. So let's head through this log here, or under the log rather. Going through it could be a little bit painful, I guess. And one thing to note as well is that the last time we was at the Mangle Grove, the bridge had been destroyed. Or it was destroyed anyway. So that's actually been fixed now. You can see that on the map, which means that we can get over to the Costa Valor in a way that we couldn't before. As a matter of fact, I seem to remember there was some crossbow targets around that river, which were a bit of a pain to get, unfortunately. First things first, what I would recommend is making your way over to the campsite. But the other thing as well is just check the sparkly points along the way also. There's a few new ones. Again, you can tell the new ones by just mousing over the question marks there. Okay, and that will just highlight them. Although, that said, yeah, that's right. Okay, just do the question mark, and I think you can just go to those ones then. But yeah, make your way over to the campsite and I'll meet you there. Interestingly, at this first sparkly point that I've gone to, there's actually a treasure chest. So I'm not sure why I only just collected that now. That must have been there previously. But there we have it anyway, guys. Thought I should mention that to you. And that was by the ore that I've just collected, which was only copper ore. So I'm almost certain that there's actually nothing new to grab in this area. But for whatever reason, I never fully explored it previously. That's the only thing I can assume. So I'll go ahead, as I say, and carry on doing that. And I'll see you back at the campsite in just a moment's time. No, definitely some of those sparkly points were new for sure. And there was also a mini medal in this area as well. Just a little bit further south of this point. So make sure you grab that. You don't want to miss out on it, of course. And we're just going to go ahead and make our way up this section. This is how we reach the campsite. I was going to go ahead and cut back to the video once I've got there. But since we have to kind of go back out and then come back round again, I thought it may as well make sense to show you how to do that. Although it's fairly simple, as you can see. And then we just go ahead and cross the bridge here. And that will bring us straight there into the campsite area. Now, in terms of the campsite itself, before we rest up, I'd recommend just heading over to the forge. There's perhaps one or two things we can look at either upgrading or crafting at this point. And we get an increase to focus, which is always a bonus. So, first of all, you might be able to craft an axe, known as the King's Axe. So if we go down to axes here, you can see the ingredients for that there. You might not have enough gold ore for it, unfortunately. But if you do, then by all means go ahead and craft it, which is exactly what I'm going to do, and upgrade it. It's a fantastic weapon, actually, for Hendrick. And then the other thing that I'm going to recommend you do while you're here is... Oh, why have I quit the forge? What is going on? Is head over to the rework option. And then on Hendrick, you can rework the Shield of Heliodor that the King gave us previously. In the last episode, in fact. So try and get that to +3, if at all possible. So you might want to go ahead and save before you go crafting. But don't forget, you do have to wait 5 minutes once loading a game before you can craft. So just bear that in mind. Try and get it right first time. And the only other thing is that you might want to equip, if you haven't already, the Shield Bearer accessory. Did I just... change anything? No, I'm okay. Okay, yeah, so I've got the restorative at the moment, which I do like, but the shield bearer is a great accessory as well for defense. So since Hendrick's going to be tanking, it's something you might want to actually go ahead and consider. In fact, it would reduce his health a little bit, but it could be a decent upgrade to what he's wearing instead of the token of fealty. But no, I'll just keep him equipped with what he's got. I might even try and upgrade the restorative even further, perhaps. But okay, I'm going to go crafting, resting up, saving the game, etc. and be right back. Okay then folks, so I've equipped What's-His-Face Hendrick with the King's Axe +3 and the Shield of Heliodor +2. I didn't bother upgrading the restorative in the end. It would have required too many perfectionist pearls. So we're going to continue on now over to the bridge. Oh, one other thing to note as well. is the monster bestiary for this area. There are a few vicious monsters that you'll want to take care of, and the good thing is there's no metal slimes in this area. So basically no reason you can't go ahead and complete that bestiary. Just on this visit here, there's just a few things I had to kill in order to do so. And then, as I say, we're going to head over to the bridge here, which has now been repaired. Well, by bridge, it's more of a tree trunk that's just been dropped across the sides. And I wonder how somebody did that without a crane. Anyway. This will bring us back into the Costa Valor area. And I'll just once again check for any new ingredients. And I don't think there is any, to tell you the truth. No, not at all. Right, anyway then, so we're going to just take a quick detour over to the campsite before going anywhere else. So we actually want to head north as part of our destination, Mount Panglai. But the campsite's just a little bit out of the way, but it is worth getting, so at least we can zoom there in the future then, can't we? So, nothing else to do here. I'll go and grab those, or grab that, and meet you at the next destination. Okay, folks, so what I've done then is added that previous campsite onto our zoom list destination, and then just as I mentioned, we headed north then into the Mount Panglai area, and you can see the map isn't terribly exciting. There's actually only one other exit in addition to the one that we've just walked through there, and that will take us into the base cave area along with another campsite, and as you can see, some sparkly points as well, but only 2 of them, unfortunately. So, as I say, nothing too exciting, but let's carry on and continue with our exploration here. So there's that first sparkly point there. To show you on the map, you have to kind of come back on yourself a little bit. The reason I'm showing you this one, even though it's obvious, is because if you head north from it, then there's a treasure chest that obviously doesn't appear on the map. So it's probably a good opportunity just to show you that one. Just keep heading to the northwest, and in the long grass here, there are of course some enemies. Some of these enemies can be a bit of a pain, but to be honest, now that we've got Hendrick's all ready with some more powerful equipment and that we've looted and forged for him, the enemy shouldn't pose too much of a challenge. And this ability that he has, Parallax, is really nasty as well. As in nasty from the enemy's point of view. Does a lot of damage. And so, seeing as how he's a tank, mainly, it's good that he can still take care of enemies as well. And there's that extra treasure chest. This one contains a mini medal, so you don't really want to miss out on this one. Don't forget, guys, there is actually a trophy assigned for completing all of the mini medal books. Which is why, even if you're not too interested in the rewards, if you're going for the platinum trophy, you will of course want to collect them all anyway. Right then, so after that we're just going to continue heading around to the campsite, and since the other sparkly point is after the campsite, we can basically just run straight there next, and of course add it to our destination list. But also you might want to rest up as well, just to recover and what have you. So let's go ahead and before we do that, let's just grab this sparkly point, shall we? Might as well get it all in one go. Yeah, it's a bit of a dangerous one, this is. Although of course you can't fall off as the player really, so it's not that dangerous. And this sparkly is a diamond. And we'll head back. And the good thing is that once we've grabbed this campsite, then we'll be right next to the exit as well that we need to go through. So I'm just going to rest up here, add it to the destination, and we'll continue on. The next area then, once you reach it, will be called Base Cave. And there's actually an enemy that we can mount up on here, so it's the sparkly one as usual. And it's a dragon rider, or I guess it's just going to be a dragon once we've gone ahead and defeated it. So don't forget as well, guys, there's actually a trophy attached to the achievement of riding all mountable enemies in the game. I can't think what it's called off the top of my head, but even if you're not interested in getting the optional loot and stuff from killing these, or sorry, from mounting these guys, make sure you do it if you want the trophy. Oh, that's the sparkly one. That's typical, isn't it? It's usually the way. There it is. At least we know that they're not too challenging. Yeah, so we'll ride this guy around and we'll be able to get some loot with him as well. And it might be necessary as well to reach the next area, but we'll see in a moment's time. Ooh, looks like the Buzz could do with a heal. Hendrick is absolutely owning with that axe and shield. He really is. I'm loving it. Yeah, it looks like we do need the dragon anyway. There's no way of avoiding not getting it, since we need to flap up here. And to flap, we just spam the R2 button. Okay, so if you just hold it down, that is also going to do the trick for you. And I don't think there's like a stamina gauge or anything of that nature. So just, you know, by all means, just flap to your heart's content. And there's the first sparkly point. Okay, and then we're just going to continue flapping around. You might want to go ahead and kill some of these enemies as well, since you'll want to add them to your bestiary. For the sake of the video, I'm just going to leave them for the time being, as we continue to flap on up the cave. Here we go. And over here, if we head to the northwest, there's another sparkly point, so just make sure to pick that up. This one's only some fresh water. I heard something big marching our way then. What was that? Yeah, like a thumping on the ground of some kind. Come on, Sparkly. Get into our bags, please. There we go. There's no avoiding the looting of the hero, I'm afraid. Next destination, then, is this section of the map. Okay? And there's a sparkly spot here, and that's got some mithril ore. And you can probably see over on the little island section over there, there's actually a whole bunch of sparkly spots. 3 in total. So we'll flap over for some more mithril ore, along with an enchanted stone, I believe, and another mithril ore. Yep, so 2 mithril ore, 3 in total actually, and the enchanted stone as well. Right then, so from that point on, all there is to do is to make our way over to the slopes. So I have gone ahead and added those enemies to the bestiary as well. So let's just fly over here. We are going to have to dismount, unfortunately. I really do enjoy that enemy though. Getting to flap around. It's quite a bit of fun, to tell you the truth. This will take us back out and onto the snowy path, as you can see. And if we just go onto the sparkly spots, you can see there's is that 2, I think? Yeah, but 1 is only going to be available at night time, which it isn't for me, unfortunately, but at least you know where it is. Maybe it is for you guys. And as you can see immediately, there's another sparkly enemy, which we are going to go ahead and engage. So this is a honeyhead hawk knight that we want to be mounting up on. Can we one-shot them? Go on. Yeah, of course we can. So we're really powerful at the moment. But I did just level Fuzz up as well. So he's level 40 now. Just in case you guys are keeping track of where my levels are in comparison to your own. Hendrick's a few levels low. I think it's about 36. But yeah, Fuzz is currently level 40, which is pretty darn impressive actually. Right then, let's go ahead and just take care of this dragon. Boreal Serpent, to be precise. So I always get excited seeing the bigger enemies in case they're a little bit more challenging to take down. And you know, sometimes they do have a fair bit of health. So a couple of hits instead of 1 hit required. Okay, so we want to make sure that we don't miss a chest here, since it does contain a recipe book. So we're just going to basically continue along here, crossing this bridge. And I believe it should actually be not too far from here. So we'll just have a look around. In fact, it might still be on this side. Did I miss it? I know it's around here because I've seen it when I was doing my practice run through. But for whatever reason, I didn't jot down the exact location. Okay, I don't want to climb the ledge. I want to find a chest. Where's the chest? Okay, my mistake. It was actually after the bridge. In fact, I can see it already. Just literally up here. With another enemy trying to aggro us, which is really quite annoying, but maybe we'll be able to dodge this thing. So this particular recipe book will give us, well, that selection of items that you can see on the screen there. And if we just open up the map, you can see that Angri-La is actually not too far away now. We're going to avoid it just for the time being while we continue to loot the area. So for now, just stay on the mount. There's another one up here if you want to get it. Check that there's no more sparklies. No. Still just those 2. So there's the entrance to town. And we can actually fly over this water. Or jump over it, if you like. And there's that sparkly that we saw. So that's the only one I can get at the moment since it's not night time. Okay, for the Enchanted Stone. Next up, we're going to continue on over to the east. So, there should be a chest. Just ignore that entrance for now to the summit tunnel, I think it's called. Yep. There's the chest. A staff of anti-magic. Alright then, guys. So we've pretty much grabbed all the optional items here. So we're going to make our way over to the entrance of the town at this point. And see what's going down inside. We'll probably have to dismount, no doubt. No, we can actually head in on the mount. Makes things a little bit easier. So this is Angri-La.
Temple on top of a mountain. What connection could a place like this have to the Luminary? It certainly benefits from divine protection of some kind. Yggdrasil fell to earth not far from here, yet the temple buildings escaped entirely unscathed.
I know that face. That man is a knight of Heliodor. Heliodorian swine! You think that your blockade will break us? Think again. The disciples of Angri-La are made of sterner stuff, as you will soon see.
What in the... These movements must be intended to confound us. Be on your guard. We may attack from any angle.
Enough! All of you! Is this how we treat visitors? As your High Lama, I order you to stand down.
Your Holiness, these people are not visitors. They are soldiers of Heliodor. We cannot be sure of their intentions.
Soldiers of Heliodor, you say? The tall one, perhaps. But his young friend does not look like a military man to me. I sense a great power within you. Tell me, young man, are you the Luminary?
Incredible. You divined your true identity with a single glance.
How long we have waited for this day. Please, you must forgive my disciples' discourtesy. Their training is incomplete. Welcome to Angri-La, honored Luminary. It would please me if you would join me in the High Hall at the top of the temple. We have much to discuss.
Strange child, but remarkably perceptive for one so young. There is more to him than meets the eye, that much is certain. Well, we have come this far. We might as well make our way to this high hall of theirs. See what he has to say.
So indeed, the High Hall will be the next destination, and you can see it on the map there. But you can also see there's a couple of other bits as well, such as an inn and whatnot, so we may as well do a little bit of exploring while we're here. There's nothing in terms of sparkly action, unfortunately. But there are a couple of chests that we can go ahead and loot, so may as well do so. So first of all, the inn is here, but if we just turn around from the inn, then there's two pots on the opposite wall, and one of these will contain 80 gold coins, and I don't think there's anything in the other one. Okay, so inside the inn we go, where there should be a chest hiding around. Can be a little bit tricky to find, but I'm pretty sure it is going to be here somewhere. There it is. Again, not too tricky to find if you know it's going to be there. That's an Advil Stone. Okay, so you can stay at the inn if you want, just to rest up. But then we're going to head into the item shop. And, well, over to the item shop, since it's more of a stall than anything else. And a couple of things to note is the ice axe could potentially be an upgrade for Hendrick, once you go ahead and upgrade it, that is. But for us, I don't think so, since we've gone ahead and used our Perfectionist pearls on the previous axe that he's already wearing, so we'll leave that. And there's some other items as well that you might want to check out, but I don't think anything too exciting. As a matter of fact, if we go over to the 4th page, so we've got dragon hides and dragon horns here, and you can see we've got a few dragon hides and 3 dragon horns. These are actually used in some of the latest recipes, in particular for the recipe book we've just picked up. So you might want to go ahead and just make sure you've got a few of those. I think I might just go ahead and get 3 more of the dragon horns. They're not the cheapest thing in the world, but just to make sure we've got enough to craft those recipes when it comes to doing so. But yeah, you can always come back and get those at a later time if you want to as well. So don't feel like you have to do that now. Did I actually buy them? I wasn't really paying attention. Oh well. Okay, so what we're going to do at this point now is head up the steps. This will take us, of course, to the next level, where, yes, you can see there's a save crystal, a save statue, which you can go ahead and make use of. It's not a statue, actually. It's an actual priest dude, so you can go ahead and still save if you want to. Right, but if we head outside, first of all, there should be a couple of pots, yep. And one of them, I believe, has an item. Okay, Seed of Therapeutes. And if we just head back inside, there's a room here, which we can go through, of course. And inside there should be a mini medal, either in a chest or a pot of some kind. So let's just have a look around for that. I believe it's this room. There's a pot, that could be the one. Yep, there it is. And now we're going to go ahead and speak to the llama. So I would recommend saving before doing so, since we will be proceeding on with the story at that point. In fact, guys, I think I'm going to call quits on the episode for today, since we've done quite a bit of exploring, and then we can carry on next time with the story. And also there's going to be another side quest for us to take care of as well. So just as a bit of a bonus, you might want to get Fuzz and Hendrick into pep state. But we can always do that next time, so don't worry about it right now. But if you wanted to, you could, just to save some time. Okay, folks, thanks for stopping by today. I'll see you soon. Take care.